No, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us, and we extend a cordial welcome to you. We've lined up the top stars from Hollywood and from all over the world to entertain you on our giant screen with the new, colorful motion pictures you've been hearing about and reading about. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
If you are a certain emotional and psychological type, you may become dependent both physically and emotionally and will join the 5 to 6 million known alcoholics in the United States. Now, what are the facts about marijuana? What do doctors and psychiatrists have to say about which is worse for you physically and emotionally, alcohol or marijuana? The facts are, at this time, there are no known damaging physical effects from the use of marijuana. But, unlike alcohol, when you take too much at one time, you don't pass out. You more than likely run the risk of an unpredictable and unpleasant bummer. It's also a fact that no one ever dropped out of school because they were hung up on tobacco. And no one who just finished smoking a cigarette ever forgot she was driving a car as she tripped out on the beauty of a back road nature trip.
And we are here at Sunday Night Mojitzu. Welcome. Welcome to all my friends, coworkers, family, if you're out there. Special ones, all you really special ones. I am playing my Les Paul tonight. Isn't that something? In fact, I think this is, might even be the first real debut. Anyways, I don't know. I don't keep track of such things. Well, a few things before we get started. Remember your local cat shelters. I do get emails ask about lots of catnip and toys for Zoomy and videos, which I swear I'm going to get to them. I just am tight on time. Trying something new tonight. I have a speaking channel and then I have a vocal channel. And we're trying a couple other different things, trying to get this audio kind of tightened up and down, and see we go from there. Well, anyhow, how was your week? I hope you guys had a great time. Weekend was even better. I kind of had a rough weekend. Today in particular was rough. You know, I tap on a lot of different things on this Sunday night vlog, and it's kind of, I'm trying to lead to something. And I do have these productions I've kind of been working on gently. And I kind of started a little bit off key or off pitch, so to speak. I didn't mean to just keep going. I meant to just try it a couple times, and then I just kind of liked it. So I kept that, especially the Journeys videos, which have been turning out pretty cool. I'm not sure where we're going to go this upcoming week. I know that Ireland is on the agenda, but I want to make sure I get that one perfect. That was good, and I want to find a different on India as well in the future. And I managed to run across this footage of train rides all throughout Switzerland, and it's like it's royalty-free video. They're trying to promote the country and the rail yards, and they put these really amazing cameras, and it's actually pretty awesome. And the one thing I've been learning as I've been doing those Journeys videos is that, especially space, you can find things that are available on, you have a better chance of finding royalty-free underwater footage than you do of, say, outer space. So, and I haven't really looked into how it all works with public domain when it considered like NASA and things like that. I don't know. It doesn't matter that much to me. So I was a little disappointed in the space video because, like, I did check to see if there would be any looping, and I checked like 3 or 4 times, and wouldn't you know it, each time I did that, I went to the next scene. Yeah. Anyways, so we'll see what comes up. I'll make a decision probably either tonight, late tonight, or late tomorrow night, depending on when I get down to the creation part. So for those of you who've been sending emails on it, I'm always open to ideas. If you have drone footage and you have it posted, I will certainly use it. Yeah. Today, I wanted to tap on something that I always forget about. It's called gratitude. And boy, that is a tough one because, for me, as I set off in my journey back in 2014, it was a very unique experience. I had 26 years under my belt. So you come out of something like that, there's a tailspin head whack of sorts. So in 26 years at that time was essentially my entire adult life. So a lot of things that people had taken for granted, that we all take for granted, I guess, I'm still kind of picking up on a crash course as needed. Some things I do good with, some things I do bad, and some of the things that, like, I have a long-term dialogue going with some people, and it's just like a casual support group, I would say, of sorts. And what I'm finding is that all of us, as we go forward through these things, and that goes for everybody, is we take for granted the blessings we have. We always see what we don't have, or what should be there, or what needs to be there, or what we think would make us happy if it were there. And really, we have what we need. And I hate that personally. I can't stand it. Ultimately, I think it's true. What can you do? So I've been trying to let my guard down. My single and only goal for 2022, this is going to sound terrible and it's kind of embarrassing, but I'm trying to be an open book here with all this so that other people who are going through it and others that have family members going through it, they have a better idea. My only goal after, I think it was 8 years, I just kind of keep it to myself for 2022 was just to leave my comfort zone and I don't know, make a friend. But I just enjoyed my creativity and the time and the way life was. So I have bad anxiety, and I think a lot of us folks that go through what America went through in our opioid crisis. And I would like to point out that Dave Chappelle really hit a home run when he said that no one gave a shit when it was crack and it hit Black America, and then all of a sudden it hits Middle America and everyone's crying the blues. I guess I'm adult enough to admit that that's very true. So again, I'm not trying to rally anything. I'm just trying to get some conversations going and provoke some thought and kind of use what's going on with me as more of an example for people to see as to what is good and what's bad. You're going to have to decide that because I'm certainly not trying to lead anybody anywhere. But in 2023 was the year I actually did leave my comfort zone. So I was exactly, I think, like a year and a half late into my launch for this whole vlog, which is very unlike me when it comes to my art projects. So, but I didn't want to, America, they push pills for everything. That's kind of how I got into that whole mess, So I'm not going to take anything for anxiety or, stress or whatever the deal is. When at least I feel that if you have that type of fear, you don't need less of it. You need more of it, and you need to find a way to constructively deal with it. And and just kind of push yourself to expect the best out of yourself. And win, lose, or draw, you just kind of stick your head back up and you're still there every day doing your best. And gratitude plays into all that, where your attitude, like when you realize that what you have is enough, what you're doing is enough, who you are is enough. These are all things that we just kind of, I think we forget about. And with that, I'm just going to kind of shut up and I'm going to play a cool song. Now, name of this song, I'm going to try to do a little different version of it. I set some things up. So that I could come in and kind of, this was done on acoustic, and I'm not set up yet to monkey around with doing acoustic live, but I will. A lot of requests for that. So especially the resonator, which I can't wait to. Excuse me. This came out in 2000, I believe, on the Bookmaker record, and it is called Drugs. And interesting thing about it is there was 2 songs on that record. That were in the modified open G that I do, which is nothing fancy. I just kind of lower the 2G gives it that tritone feel for that psychedelic stuff. So, but I wrote this before I even really knew what was coming up in my future. Which is interesting because, like other things that I did before that period, the different writing, the journals and entries and stuff, like, I must have been an idiot. I was telling myself exactly what was coming, and I could have avoided all of it, but oh, it'd be like this. All right. Ooh. Problem with my whole life. Nothing ever seems to work out right. So I sit home alone, just me, myself, and I. Just me and that lonely stain. take those drugs. I take those drugs. And I take those drugs. Take away the sting. And I blame myself my whole life. I take full responsibility. When I'm so alone with the night sky, I feel a distant dream of who I should be. So I take those drugs. I take those drugs. And I take those drugs. Take away my sting. I don't know who I am. I only know a broken heart. When I sit alone, look at the night sky, I feel that distant dream of who I wish I'd be. So I take those drugs. I take those drugs. And I take those drugs. Take away the sting. And I blame myself for my whole life. I take full responsibility. When I sit alone, look at the night sky, I feel a distant dream of who I should be. Take those drugs. I take those drugs. And I take those drugs. Take away the sting. That sounded halfway decent. You know, one of the favorite lines I had in that song, and it's much shorter. I just kind of tried to make it a little more fun. Goof around on a Sunday night, as they say. One of the things that I've always done in the artwork, and I've picked up through lots of different artists over the years, is using different words in place of ones that make sense, like just me, myself, and I changed to, I think, to me, myself, and high, which is just one of them interesting nuances. And, you know, in other songs I've done that quite a bit, and playing around with words and things like that, creative, whatever. So, and my Les Paul is in the key of G, so... Ding, 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 ding. I've had enough of that. Hello, my friend. I'm happy to have you. I know it's tough. I believe in you. I give you my dreams. I give you my hopes. J&J forever. J&J. Said I love you in a dream. When I wake, it goes away. The others hurt you and I'm sorry for your pain. Yeah, J&J forever, J&J. Who to say was right, who is wrong? Nothing should ever matter when you get along. Wrong place and the wrong time. J&J forever, J&J. And to my friend, I'm happy to have you. I know it's tough, but believe in you. I give you my dreams, I give you my hopes. J&J forever, J&J. That's another old one. I think it's on that same record, Bookmaker. Going down to the river, gonna jump out and get clean. Lord, man, jumping down to the river, gonna jump in and get myself clean. Whole lot of wishing, make a good man out of me. Whole lot of wishing, make a good man out of me. John said the Joe's off, you're a man without sin. Jesus just smiled. Oh, and he jumped right in. Something about the water, oh, is it heaven sent? Down to the river, be home and gonna jump in and get clean. Jumping to the river, gonna jump in, then I'm gonna get clean. Then somewhere in the water, gonna do it for me. I think that's going to be it for me tonight, folks. Believe it or not, that is the first time I played slide in probably 2 years. In fact, it fell off the thing. I set it on the table, and I forgot about it until basically when I sat down about an hour or so ago. Doesn't sound. I like this Les Paul. It's not too bad. It does this weird thing where, and ultimately, I named this guitar Jules because of it. It resonates in this weird way, and for whatever reason, it clicks with my synesthesia, and I see this brilliant sparkle, and then it's kind of shiny to begin with, so I kind of thought, Jules. It fit well, though, perfectly, and it almost kind of came nearly right away, which is, for me, very rare. I don't name all my instruments. I don't know how many of you folks out there who play do. I do. I don't know why. I have along for God as far back as I can remember. So, so with that, I'm going to say goodnight. Remember, you are fine just the way you are. You're good enough. You are special. People love you. You gotta sound like that Stewart guy from Saturday Night Live. And gosh darn it, people like you. But it's true, you know. And remember, the important things like not everybody who smiles is your friend. You know, there's always keep your guard up and try to be diligent to look out for yourself in these troubling days and be good to each other. Be forgiving and do your best to forgive yourself first because that's where the real hurt is. And most of all, folks, remember to have my love with you wherever you go because I love you. And I'm very grateful that you're here with me in my dumb little show or whatever you call it. We'll get there eventually. It's the way it is. And have a wonderful week. And I will see you at Mojitsu Journeys, which for now is going to be Friday nights at 10 o'clock. I do it for the late night crowd so people can get their vibe on, whatever it is that they do, you know, on Friday nights before you go out, or maybe you're just coming home. Mainly it's mostly just to veg you out on and listen to with headphones. The idea is to kind of have you in the room when I'm doing what I'm doing, and we're getting there. I'm still working with all these different plugins and things. It's a whole crazy world, trust me. Some of you folks know, I'm sure. Have yourself a great week. Bye.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.